All right, y'all. Cameras are rolling.
Oh, we rolling. Yes.
Audio is rolling.
Audio rolling.
3, 2, 1, action.
Action! All right. Welcome back now, baby. You go ahead and set it
Yes,
off.
happy Tuesday. We're back in effect.
That's right. And I'm Sweet Melody, Sweets. And this is
Darlene at The Real She Cuts, hashtag 203-866-4539. Again, come see me.
okay. And I already told you guys that I'm Sweet Melody on every platform. I don't care where you're looking for me at, even in the newspaper. She's Sweet Melody, but Melody is spelled Mellody. Okay, so it'll probably say Sweets, Sweet Melody, but you hashtag that. And if you spell my name right, you're always going to find me. And if you want to call, it is 203-956-6007. I'm at Sono Entertainment and Recording Studios, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what a
Good
weekend.
stuff. So much. I don't know where we're going to start.
We're gonna start with let's start right now and move backwards because we want to talk about Karaoke Sunday.
Oh my God, it was amazing. Guys, it just gets better and better. If you haven't come out yet, you have to come out. It's Sunday, every Sunday from 4 to 9 at Bamboo Restaurant, and you are gonna have such a good time. It's a time where you could come and get loose, have fun, bring your friends.
And you don't have to know how to sing. So even though karaoke is about singing, people think they have to, be Whitney Houston or be like me or something up there. That was
Just get up and own your song. Just own your song, own
yes.
it.
Yes. So it's for fun though, seriously. So it's even more fun when I see people that they don't have a strong singing voice, but they have strong confidence and have a strength of having fun. You know what I mean? So we have that. And we have this Saturday, where them fans at? Where them fans at? Yes, we got the boots on the ground. It's finally April 12th. We've been waiting for a minute for this.
Yes.
Wait. Oh man, I'm gonna break.
She's been practicing, guys,
but not with this. Not with this fan. I'll show you those Saturday. All right, that's at Bamboo, the club. All right, next door to karaoke, and that is doors open at 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's a day party, and it's not just for line dancers. All right, it's not just for line dancers. It's for people that like to line dance and people that like to party in a day party. Matter of fact, BK, what's the name of it? A darty?
Yes,
you ever heard that?
No. What is it?
It's a day party.
Oh, that's the new slang for a day party?
Newish.
See, we learn something every day.
I never heard it
darty.
before. A darty. So
Okay.
we're having a darty. But guess what? Guess who's not going to be tardy to the darty?
Who's that?
Our next guest, and I'm so excited about her because she's dope. All right? She's a boss. But you know what? She is a line dance instructor. She's a line dancer. And the dope thing about her is this is my partner right here for this boots on the ground stuff. And even the way we met, shout out to Prissy, because I told her about the line dancing and told her I had an opportunity. And she said, listen, I need you to meet a couple people. And she brought me to this guest and brought me to Teresa Ross. And I was trying to line dance. I had a couple moves now, but this Saturday I'm going to know what my boots are going to be on the ground.
Okay.
And
All
where
right.
them fans at? Y'all heard it? Without further ado, come on in here, guest. I did that just for you. Yes.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm excited to be here.
Yes. This is our guest, Rhonda Neal. Okay, maybe I won't pop this one again.
No. That's a second grader fan.
Okay, all right. So I better put my little elementary fan back.
Yes.
I need one of those.
Yes.
You heard that?
Grown up fan.
Yes. Woo. Yes.
And there's a science to this. You got to hold it like this and
Whoa.
Yeah.
I felt that
Come
one.
on, you hear that? Then y'all see where the fans at, right? Listen, so Rhonda, thank you
Yes.
for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, such a pleasure to meet you. It's just been since the moment we met.
Yes.
We've just connected,
Yep.
right?
Yep, in
We done-
spirit.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. We done been out to dinner a couple times.
Yep.
After the line dancing.
Right,
you know,
right.
You got me. And I love her because the way she does the steps. And you seen her
Yes,
at
I
karaoke
did,
that time.
yes.
Handled it. Okay? Handled it. So Dow baby, what you want to ask her before I start shooting off the
Questions.
questions? Because I got a lot of them. I had a lot of them.
So anyway, guys, me and Rhonda just rekindled our relationship
Yes.
back. I did her hair 25 years
Yes.
ago, and it was so nice seeing you. I had to look at her because it's been so long. I haven't seen her in so long.
No, you said, I don't know you.
Right.
And then after a while, you was like, I know you.
Yes.
Takes a
and-
minute. We getting older.
Yes, and the good thing about it is she whipped a picture out where I did her hair 25 years
Yes.
ago. Isn't that something?
And it was laid.
Yes.
I seen the picture. That joint was laid.
Short and sassy.
Yes,
That's
yes,
the name
yes.
she cut.
She cuts all day
it
long.
should be called She Been Cutting.
Yes, yes.
She been cutting. Not that she cut. She been cutting.
Right.
Yes, so this whole event, the bell has been ringing. Everybody's been calling the salon for tickets. So
Nice.
they are so ready and looking forward to this event.
Love it. Love it.
And I have to dig in my closet and get my boots.
Yes. And your fan.
Yes. Well, I have to order a fan. Will fans be available at the event?
They were going to be available, but I don't think they are because BK and I were actually just looking at fans
Yes.
last minute.
Okay.
You know, but the ones that we were gonna order, I don't think they pop like that. Now it said line dancing fans,
Right. Right.
but I don't know.
You took
how.
that off the flyer, though.
I did. I
Yeah,
took
you
it
took
off
off the flyer. But for you, I always keep me an extra
Okay.
fan.
All right. Because I need a fan and I will be
And
looking
you better
forward.
pop it,
Yes.
too.
So, okay.
Okay.
So if anyone wanted to get a fan real quick, where should
Amazon.
they go? Amazon?
Amazon.
Okay. Amazon, guys. Go order
Get the
your
big
fan.
ones. Get the big ones.
Yes. So it could snap like that.
Okay, so tell us about. Let's start backwards. Let's
Okay.
start with the line dancing first.
Yes.
How did you get involved? Why did you get involved?
You know, it was interesting. In 2020, my father had passed away. And I'm a big daddy's girl. And to not go into depression, a friend of mine said, let's go line dancing. I'm like, they have line dancing? So I went to Stanford, joined the line dance group. Dance, had a ball. And it was so nice to meet new people, dance in a different place. And the funny part about it is that my line dance teacher, because I'm part of the Shining Stars group,
Okay.
they dance, well, we used to dance down at the Elks
Okay.
in Stanford. And it was during COVID.
Okay.
But we didn't stop dancing. We were dancing outside in the parks.
Okay.
You know, because that's COVID friendly, right? Everybody keep your distance. And we did that for a while. And then, you know, a couple of years later, my teacher said, Rhonda, get a boombox. I'm like, for what? She's like, because I'm moving. And I'm like, okay. She's like, but I want you to take over the group. And I'm like, wait a minute. I just started dancing. These women have been dancing for over 20 years. I had just started dancing for like 2 years.
Okay.
She left me. And I started teaching line dance
Wow.
Really?
and haven't looked back.
So is it hard? Like, I don't get it because you do it smooth.
You know, there are some basic steps to line dancing, like the sailor and then, you know, cha-cha-cha. So there's some basic steps to line dancing. And once you get those basic steps down, look out. Clear the
Okay.
floor.
Okay. So that's including boots on the ground because
Hey.
that one.
Yes, yes. Boots on the ground is,
Yes.
all
I'm
right.
sorry. Our sponsors are here. Our sponsors are here. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, nice. Shout out to Knees, our next door neighbor. I could pass this down if you like. I could pass that
Yeah.
down.
Thank you.
They always sponsor us every Tuesday. with the drinks. They are located
Sugars.
right next door. Thank you so
Salud.
much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you guys.
Thank you.
Yes, appreciate them.
All
you
right,
know they're right
Darlene.
next door.
I want to see how good this is.
Oh, their drinks are great. I used to do a happy hour every Tuesday over there.
Oh, that's
So their
right.
drinks are fabulous. So
Oh,
we
yes.
always try to support people in our neighborhood.
I love that.
And Juan over there, he's the owner, and he's
Okay.
an excellent patron of ours. So we like to support him.
I love
and
it.
show him favor.
Yeah, wine is dope.
Yep.
You know, because he
Community.
yeah, and he doesn't have a problem with coming. You see it.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, and that's not even him.
I
That's
love
his
being
staff.
served.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Me too. So, so that's what I was saying, that you do it so smooth. So you said it's basic moves to the line.
There's
dancing.
about 4 basic steps. Once you get the 4 basic steps, you'll be able to do just about any dance. And they have beginners, intermediate, and then advanced. I hang around in the intermediate, but because I'm a line dance teacher, I have to teach the basics. So,
Okay.
so I love it. I mean, I just recently got a new job.
Okay.
And so now I'm line dance. We do line dancing. I teach in Bridgeport.
Oh, you do?
nice.
Yes.
At
Yep.
the job.
At the job. And I'm going to tell you, line dancing is it's a huge family.
Okay.
You can go just about to any city and find a line dance group.
Okay.
I traveled all over the country. I visited 45 states. And just
Wow.
about all the states, you could find a line dance group.
That's
So
fascinating.
you only
Yes.
got 5 more states. before
5
you
more
done did
states.
it.
Montana, Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and South Dakota.
Nice.
wow.
I need a partner for that.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So you said at your job,
Mm-hmm.
can we talk about it? Because I know that
yeah.
you're a CEO.
Yes, I am.
Man, listen, hats off. I wish my thing said back. You know, we just respect that.
Yes,
you know,
thank
I
you.
respect the boss woman.
Thank
you know
you.
what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Tell us about that role, just being a CEO.
Sometimes it's overrated, but Bridgeport Rescue Mission, we help families that are dealing with alcohol addiction and drug addiction. And we provide services, we provide housing, we provide food, we provide groceries, we have classes. And so our whole theme is to help lift people out of poverty.
Oh, that's
I love
so,
that.
Yeah.
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 Love that.
I had no clue that Bridgeport Rescue Mission really rescued in all these different
Yes.
areas.
Because it sounds like an animal rescue, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
No,
like, so-
we rescuing lives, we saving souls.
And that's what's so crazy about it, because there's so many different departments
Yep.
for, you know what I mean?
We have a free healthcare clinic.
really.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So, you know, healthcare costs are crazy, right? And about 3 years ago, we implemented a healthcare system so that people can come off the street. We provide primary care services, mental health services, vision, dental, physical therapy, all for free. The students that support our clients, they're from Yale, Sacred Heart, Fairfield University, and they come and provide these services free of charge to anyone.
So,
Okay.
so let me ask you something. So,
Mhm.
being that you're in Bridgeport, are these
Yeah.
services extended for the whole Connecticut, or is it just for, people that live in Bridgeport?
It's extended for anyone.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
That's
Yes,
good
for
to know.
anyone. As a matter of fact, I had to get an annual, just a physical, and my doctor was like, or my doctor's office said I had to wait like 5 months. I went right downstairs, and the doctor did it immediately.
Wow. That's amazing.
Immediately.
So, how do you guys advertise? Because a lot of people aren't familiar with those
Right.
services.
So we do have a marketing arm. We do direct mail, but I feel like we can elevate our brand a little bit more. So I'm actually talking with Miss Mal about how we can, really let people know about our services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I like is when you explained it to me, all I heard, she did a whole voiceover and didn't know it. Like, she drew me right into it, and all I could hear was, I can see the video. I can see
Right.
everything that you were saying.
Right.
Everything she said, I can see it.
Right, right.
But what was even more, what really intrigued me is that the voice.
Right.
Because you were speaking with such passion.
Yes.
So I know that you care. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
For me, this is a special mission for me because, in 2023, unfortunately, my husband passed away from alcohol addiction.
Oh, man.
So for me, it's near and dear to my heart. And I feel like I am living out his legacy of hope.
No, this lady
that
ain't
we
about to
can
make me
to
cry.
recover. Yes.
Right. I love
Yes.
that.
I
love
had
that.
no clue.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Never until right now did you tell me that
Yeah.
we are
See,
whisters.
We have to be passionate about what we do. We work too hard.
Mm-hmm.
People expect a lot of us. Make it count. Make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And share. You know,
Yep,
a lot
and
of
share.
people are you know, in a position where they can help people.
Right.
And some people, not everybody help everybody.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, so I mean, it's good to know those resources. Like, you know, I'm at a salon, so even if you have some brochures where, you know, because I'm constantly helping people, just letting them know that, you know, they have resources that can help them.
Yep.
See, I thought I've been there before. It's a nice place.
Yep.
Beautiful. It's big, many floors.
Yep.
Nicely made. It's clean.
Yep.
Like,
it doesn't even look like an institution.
yes, it doesn't.
Very welcoming, very home-like. I mean, we have a floor for women and children. Our first client was a woman who had like an 11-month-old daughter, and she was in the park, and she was desperate. It was like one of the coldest days. And she called, and our floors were not ready, but we took her in anyways and got her some sleeping blankets, and we just cared for them and until we got our floors ready. Today, she owns a home.
Love it.
She has a wonderful job working for the state, and so she is a testament that helping someone,
it works.
It works. It just works.
Yes.
It just works, and it's a good feeling, you know. She was not asking for a handout, but a hand up.
Right.
Yeah, and that's dope because she showed that what happens when you help people.
Right.
Like
right.
everybody this is what people don't get. Just because you're down, you're not out.
Exactly.
You know, people
If you can
don't
look
get
up,
that.
you can get up.
Okay.
But
Exactly.
you may need a community to help you, and that's okay. That's how we're wired. God wired us for community. He did not wire us to be by ourselves.
Exactly.
And insulation and isolation is what keeps people in active addiction. So we need to love on people just as they are, just like God loves on us, just as we are.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's so true. You're such a beautiful soul. Oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness. So when you're at work, or when you're even not when you're at work, but when you're outside and you see somebody what does that make you? Because I know you can't help every single person that you walk by.
Right.
So what happens? Like, what do you do when you see somebody that you think you can help?
I give them a brochure and say, come by the mission. Because I don't know if they need food, a hot meal, a warming center, a roof over their head, help with active addiction. I don't know.
Right.
But I give them a flyer and say, come down to Bridgeport Rescue Mission.
So what
We
does that
care.
look like? So they come in,
They can come in depending on what their needs are. That may just come for the clinic.
Okay.
You know, we always invite them for a hot meal because we serve the community lunch and dinner every day. Hot meal.
So the clinic is open every day?
Every day, I think it's from 9 to 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you could just walk in?
You could just walk in. Yep.
See, I love that. That's,
Yep.
I mean, it needs to be more awareness with that. I wish
Yeah.
that Norwalk had something like that.
Yeah.
Like they say they have the neighborhood walk-in and stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
One day I tried to, utilize my resources
Yep.
and go down there, and they said to me I needed a referral.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, how is this a
So she
community
could've just-
outreach program?
She
and you
ain't
need
stopped
a
talking about it yet.
Yeah,
She
'cause
ain't
I
stopped about it.
Yeah, she was hot.
I was disappointed. I
Yeah.
was disappointed. I'm like, you mean to tell me this is a neighborhood outreach place and I couldn't
But
even
does it
get
You
say
need to get
outreach?
permission.
It doesn't say community.
community. So I was excited to go there. I was like, I'm gonna go right down the street.
Yep.
And couldn't be seen.
You needed a referral.
And
I
that
said,
girl
wow.
still hot about it.
Yes.
And you know what's interesting is that we take anybody. We don't ask if you are a U.S. citizen because our Latino brothers and sisters are really under attack. We're all under attack, but they need to provide for their families. And so when they come, we don't ask any questions. We just ask their names because we want to protect them.
Okay.
And give them access to services. So we're really, it's a special organization.
Who funds you guys?
So I have to go out and raise money.
Okay.
And I tell people, I don't need all your money. I just need some of it.
Need
I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy.
So it's not a state-funded program.
It's not a state-funded
Okay.
or a federal-funded program. Private donations. We get
Really?
grants. Yes. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you guys provide a lot.
We provide a lot of service. And think about it. Bridgeport is the largest city in Connecticut. The poverty rate is 23%. So we're right smack dab in the middle of a whole bunch of needs. And so I have no problems asking people for money. I mean, I donate myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in the mission. I believe in our cause. And I believe in
And
helping
you
people.
see it. You
Yeah.
see the great things that they're doing there. So
Exactly.
why wouldn't you want to contribute to that?
Basic needs. This is nothing fancy.
Right.
Basic needs
So
are
how-
being denied,
Oh.
but we're providing them.
So how long could someone, a single mom, do you ever get fathers and children?
We don't get fathers and children. We have a floor for mothers and children. We have a floor for women and a
Okay.
floor for men. So
Okay.
we have 3 floors. Yeah.
Okay.
So what if it was a guy, you know, he was a single parent
Yep.
and he was going through, he wouldn't be able to come and bring his child?
No, because we don't have accommodations for fathers with children.
Okay.
You know, unfortunately. And our building is at capacity. We have probably about 35 rooms on each floor. And we're pretty much to capacity.
How
So-
long do they get to stay?
I was gonna
Is
say
that
the
what
same.
you
Yeah.
said?
So the women and children, they stay for until they can get housing.
Oh,
Yeah, they just stay because they're usually trying to get, you know, some sort of voucher. The men and women, if they're in recovery, they can stay. I mean, the program 6 months.
Okay.
Now think about it. You go to a detox 2 weeks, you're out. If you go to a rehab 30 days, you're out. They're
Right.
like, you ain't got to go home,
but you got to get out.
but
of
you
here.
got to get out of here. So we're a long-term treatment.
I like that.
Yeah.
6 months is good.
6
to
months,
get it.
and then we have a transitional phase for people to go and find a job, save some money. They can stay in that phase for 3 months, and then they can stay another 6 months. The housing crisis in Connecticut is unbelievable. There's no affordable housing. Chris Murphy, I was on TV with him, and he said our number one issue is housing.
So let me ask you a question
Mhm.
also. So while the people are there within the 6 months, say like if they get a job, you teach the people to be responsible. You know, are they paying towards their stay? Are there, you know, like how the
Yep.
shelter have people pay?
So there's a couple of things we do. We have a program fee,
Okay.
which is based on their income. And we also have work therapy. So while they're working, they're helping us with our labor. It could be helping on the kitchen. It could be, you know, helping out cleaning the building.
Right.
It could help us. I mean, they could help us in. We have a warehouse where we keep food and clothes and stuff like that. So we try to get them to give back.
That's nice.
And that helps us a lot. I mean, I went from being the executive director of St. Joseph Parenting Center in Stamford, about 17 staff, budget of $2 million. Now I'm here, 75 staff,
Mm.
and a budget of $6.5 million.
Okay.
So I'm constantly in them streets looking for money.
Okay. So when you see, so what does a sponsor look like? So you go to businesses or just people?
Well,
or
when we have events, right, we ask for sponsorship because it's a chance for businesses to support their local community,
okay.
right? So that's where our sponsorships come from. Other than that, you know, we do direct mail, right? And we probably generate about $4 million in direct mail.
Oh, that's
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
We do about $500,000 in grants, like community foundations. So that's really the main source of our revenue.
Okay.
Now think about it. In Fairfield County alone, there are about 6 billionaires. I don't know one of them yet, but I'm trying to get to know them. So any tips you can give me, let me know.
I heard a couple live in Norwalk.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard
Yep.
a couple of them live in Norwalk now.
Yep. So I'm trying to get on their radar.
Okay.
But and then yeah, I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't have a problem with them giving, but you know,
Right.
Norwalk needs to do a little better too,
Yeah.
as far
As
as
far as what?
having more resources for the people like them.
You know what I think it is? I'm gonna hold Norwalk down. The reason why, I don't want to get in trouble with BK or not to, but the reason why is because demographically that's not our need. That's not our greatest needs as it is for Bridgeport. Bridgeport, like she said, is the largest city. Now, I don't know what our poverty rate is in Norwalk. If anybody out there knows, I don't know if it's 23%. It might be 35%, for all I know. But the needs are different.
So
I
what are
think
the needs of Norwalk?
Well, I don't know. What do you
Oh.
see are the needs of
Well,
Norwalk?
I just feel like we need a little more resources for the homeless people. Not saying like I don't know because I've never been homeless, but I see
Right.
homeless people
Right.
like walking around.
right.
So I feel like we need to target, just have a little more outreach for the drug use besides the methadone program.
Right.
More, resources so that when they get out of the program,
Right.
they could get acclimated back into the
Right.
community.
With
as far
wraparound
as,
services.
like job services
Yep,
and
yep,
getting them
yep.
right and stuff.
Mhm.
Like it's easy for somebody to give somebody a voucher, but
Right.
could they keep,
Right.
like help them, get back some
that's-
structure in their
Right.
life.
So that's why we have wraparound services around employment, housing options, mental health, wellness. These are all components that will stabilize the person, along with our healthcare clinic. They will stabilize them. They get to reimagine what their life can be like free of drugs, right? And then they have the training to be able to go out in the world and live a life better than from what they came from. So that's the whole goal.
Okay.
So whether we help them this much or this much.
What I think they do in Norwalk now at the shelter, if I'm not mistaken, is that they switch. So if you're from Norwalk and you need a shelter, they don't put you in a Norwalk shelter. You go to, I think they swap shelter clients. I don't know.
So it's not so
do I
familiar to
call
them?
Well,
Right.
there's
Okay.
a difference between a shelter and we're residential treatment.
Okay.
Shelters, you go in at night and then you leave all day.
Right.
You may or may not get wraparound services. Our clients live where we work,
Okay.
right? Until they're able to be stable and get out on their own. And they receive all these services.
Okay. So is it a certain amount of time does it help speed up the housing situation for them if they were getting Section 8 or housing?
It's hard. Right now it's hard, and I heard it's about to get worse because there's just a shortage. So we have our old facility is like 2 5-story buildings with a bridge. I'm looking to access some money. I've got money for a feasibility study, but we're trying to turn that into 20 efficiencies, affordable.
Okay.
Either for transitional living or just affordable living, right?
Okay.
And so even though we know there's a huge shortage, Bridgeport Rescue Mission wants to play their part in helping out with the homelessness.
So what does that look like to you? The 20, would you say?
20 efficiencies.
So is it an apartment or
It's
three
an-
houses?
It's an apartment, something that they rent. They would pay us. It would be affordable.
But would you guys buy houses or buy a
No,
building?
we're just rehabbing this one building
Okay.
that used to be our headquarters, right?
Okay.
And I don't want it to be a wasted asset. I want to do good with it.
Okay.
It's, the debt we're free and clear from debt.
Oh, nice.
So why
that's
not
good.
turn it? It used to, it used to house some of our clients, right? But they had to share a bathroom. So I went to the commissioner of housing and she was like, I want efficiencies. So hopefully she'll give us the money to do that. But right now we have to do a feasibility study. So in the whole city of Bridgeport, if we can add 20 efficiencies to the inventory, I feel like we would have done our part.
That
Right.
sounds good.
Yeah.
And how many people is that for 20 families, 20 single parents, or 20?
It's like a studio.
It's like a-
Efficiency,
it's like a studio. Yeah, it's like a
it has a
studio.
kitchen
So that
in
would
it.
be for,
It's
so
a
like
studio.
40
Own
South
bathroom.
Main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing that about even with 40 South Main, that those are affordable units, but I feel like it should be more structuralized also. At one time they had the buzz-in door, people went and buzz in, but I feel like they should offer.
They don't have the buzz in anymore. You
I
just
think
go
you
in
could
there?
walk in now. I'm not
Really?
sure, but because they cut out a lot of funding and a lot of stuff. So they used to have people at the door where they couldn't come in or they could, they
And have
monitored
company
it.
and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but I still feel like it should be more structure over there too.
Mhm.
They still drugging and doing everything over there. So
I think they probably starting to get loose or start not to care.
Well, you got to think about COVID did a lot to people, right? It messed with their psyche. And so if they weren't getting mental health counseling, a lot of people went into deep depression. A lot of people lost their jobs. I mean, granted, there was a period of time where they got a lot of money from being on unemployment, but that was over, right? So how do you rebuild your life, right? And that was just only a few years ago. Now it looks like we're heading towards a recession, right? How do we maintain our community strength against pressures like that?
Right.
We have to work together, we have to promote each other's businesses, right? We have to collaborate with one another because that is the one thing. If they can isolate you, then they can strike you down.
Right.
But if we stand together as a community, it's going to be much harder to take us down.
Right.
And in life, you go through ups and downs. We have busts and booms, right? And in your down times, that's where we get strengthened to be able to weather those times.
Right.
It's so important not to be discouraged, right? If you do the right thing will happen. Maybe not when you want it, but it'll be on time. And so we just got to keep pressing. We're people who press through a lot.
Right. And
And
we know
will
how to
continue,
survive.
And we know how to survive. We know how to take that piece of onion, that piece of carrot, and that celery,
Turn it into
and
soup.
turn it into
Yes.
a delicious soup, right?
Yes.
Survival skills, right?
Mhm.
So that's what we're all about. I'm not fearing any man, and I'm not fearing any situation.
Right.
Nice. BK, when you heard those ingredients, were you thinking soup? Because
Yeah, I
BK
was.
cook.
Uh-oh,
He's a chef.
uh-oh, okay,
I was.
all right.
Yeah, he's
What's
a
your
chef.
specialty?
Oh man, I don't know. I like to just honestly find what I have
Freestyle it.
and make do with it. Yeah,
He likes to
for real,
freestyle.
I do. I do. I really do.
Yeah, he can turn.
He can burn?
Yeah, he can burn.
Okay, all right.
He actually catered my all-white party, which will be here this year. I hope
Yeah.
in August.
Okay.
This will be the third one, right?
Yeah.
But listen, my boy made some shrimp and grits. That
Oh,
they
it was, and
Yeah.
it was good.
And
too.
I have not tasted them yet.
What?
See, I know the things that BK could do. He's like, Sweets, I'm not cooking grits. I'm like, BK. Because he could cook.
Wow.
He can cook. So if I tell him something and tell
Shrimp
him
and
the
grits is a
consistency-
delicacy.
Yeah.
It was well received. So
Yes,
All
it was.
right.
You did good. You did
Yeah.
good.
People are still talking about it, so you know you did well. But that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
I know, certain things that he can do just based on the things
Yep.
that he's cooked.
Yep.
But yeah, I know when he heard the carrots, he heard those ingredients. He's
Yep.
like, a soup.
Yeah.
I just said it first.
Yeah.
Listen.
We know how to make it do what it
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
We're not that
make
far
a
removed.
peanut butter and jelly a meal.
Yeah. We're not that far removed from our
Or
ancestors.
grilled cheese. Yeah.
No. Well, I like to say I take lemons and turn them into chocolate cake
Ooh.
because they don't understand how I do it. People don't understand how I do what I do.
Okay.
Right? Because I do things like that. You never know what I may be whipping up.
Listen,
But-
I'm learning.
Listen, you heard me sitting
Yeah.
here doing. I done did real estate. I done did.
Right.
I did a couple of deals while she was
Yeah.
sitting here.
Make it happen.
Yep.
I know and then we're getting ready for a podcast.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
to promote
so-
our party, I'm excited.
Absolutely, the party is gonna be lit.
It's going to be lit. If you're new to line dancing or just want to dance, come on out. It is going to be a blast. We know how to get it in.
So, do they know that you dance at work? Like, do they
Yes,
know
they
that's
do.
part of you?
They do. They do. I don't hide who I am.
Okay.
I really don't.
Oh my goodness.
I don't hide who I am.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we had a picnic, just an outside picnic, and I said, I want to share a part of me that you probably wouldn't think about. And I said, I'm a line dance teacher. And I got out there and I taught them a very simple dance, and they had a blast.
Yeah?
Yes.
Line dancing is it. I'm telling
Listen,
you.
it's great exercise.
Yeah.
It's a great way to meet people with common interests. And I'm telling you, I travel. I go to New Orleans. They do a whole big Mardi Gras soiree. I have a good time. I
How
travel.
long has it been out? I mean, it has to be longer
Forever.
than
It's
Electric
been out.
Slide.
Yeah.
That's not the
It's
first.
been out probably, I would say, since the 70s.
From the Hustle? You think the Hustle was like a line dance?
Listen, it started off as Soul Train.
Okay.
Soul Train.
The
Think
line-
about it. Soul
what?
Train.
Going down the Soul Train
Yeah.
line?
Don Cornelius.
Yes.
So
then
Don
it-
Cornelius.
yeah,
Don
it's done.
Cornelius. His
Soul
legacy
Train.
lives.
Yes.
He'd be proud.
He'd be
very
proud. Yes. It may not be Soul Train the old way, but it's
Right.
Soul
This
Train
Right.
the new way.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So what about the Black History, our Black Heritage Parade we're having in Norwalk?
Yes.
Could the Bridgeport Rescue Mission be a part of it? Like, what?
Let
could
me
you
know.
do?
Let me know what you want us to do.
Listen, you can march, you can have a float, you can have a
Okay.
banner, whatever
Just
it
for
is
awareness.
to,
That'd
Okay.
be nice.
to make people aware. You can set
Send
up
me-
a table.
Send me the information. I would love to come and
That
support
would be
you.
nice.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
You
That's
know I
good.
got you, girl.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting it out here, doggone it.
Yep,
I can't
I
wait.
hear you.
You know?
That's how people know.
Yes.
You know.
And that's what we love doing here. We love bringing awareness and, letting people know about things that's going on in our state,
Yes.
our community.
Yep.
And we, just stay active and give back to the community. So if you know anybody that needs some of her resources, where
Yep.
could they find you at?
Bridgeport Rescue Mission. Now, I don't give out my phone number because my schedule is very busy, but I do have an assistant. Her name is Erica. I can't pronounce her last name. Forgive me, but
Yes.
they know how to find me.
That's fine. Yep. And that's enough information.
Yeah.
If they need help, Bridgeport Rescue Mission.
Bridgeport Rescue Mission.
And
Park
you don't have to
Avenue,
be-
725 Park Avenue, Bridgeport.
And you don't have to be from Bridgeport.
No, you don't have to be from Bridgeport.
Do you have to at least be from Connecticut? Or it doesn't matter? You
Most
just-
people who come are from Connecticut.
Okay.
But we're open. We're open.
I love that.
I love
We're
that,
about
guys.
transforming lives.
So tap into that, y'all. I'm sure you know somebody that needs help or
Yep.
some resources. Contact the Bridgeport Rescue Mission.
Does the
Lord.
wait, I was gonna ask something. When you just said that somebody that needs help contact. Oh, the help. Does it ever get at capacity? Like
what?
the drug programs?
Yes, because we only have a finite number of rooms.
Oh,
So
okay.
right now we have a waiting list for the women and children's floor.
Okay.
But we're constantly going out talking to rehabs because once a person gets out of rehab, they really don't have no place to go and they may still need further treatment. So they can come to us.
Okay.
And people stay from like a year to up to 18 months. And I say 18 months only because of the housing shortage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do they walk around the building like they live there?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Like you may see somebody downstairs.
I go up on the floors
first
and I
floor?
say good morning.
Oh yeah.
I say good morning on all 3 floors. Yeah, I'm a very visible CEO. I want them to know I care about them.
Oh nice.
And I want them to know either we're going to be powerful or pitiful, but we're not going to be both.
Okay now.
Love that.
Like if you can fog up a mirror, it's really not a bad day.
Okay.
Just go to the graveyard.
Okay.
So for me, it's like I want to bring joy, even though we're going through challenging times, right? We can get through it. We can get to the other side.
How does it feel like stepping in? You said this is a new role, so you've been here for, what'd you say, 6 months?
Yeah, 7 months. Yeah, I came in
Okay.
August.
So how does it feel? Are you like, when you walk in there,
Right.
as the boss, do people feel that, do they feel that presence when you walk in the room? Like, okay, do you, because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, that sometimes when I come around, I see people changing and I don't want people to change.
Right.
I'm like, listen, it's just me.
Right.
It's just me. But I see people, either they start singing around me, they're gonna do something
Yeah.
to get my attention. I'm like,
Brown
here we go.
nosing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I
No.
really don't even like when people like me too much. Like,
Right.
don't do all that. You know how
Extra stuff.
Yeah, don't do that. Like,
Right.
you'll be better off, not.
Just relax. Just relax.
Yeah. Right.
It's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
when
for
you
me,
walked in-
I would say, in the beginning, people really didn't know me. And I think they underestimated my abilities, right? And that's okay, because if they underestimate my abilities, then when I, do something, they'll be like, oh, wow. Or they'll do something and I'm looking at them like, oh, wow, right?
Okay.
It's interesting because I had a board member say, I'm not sure if Rhonda really understands the Christian faith because we're a faith-based organization.
Okay.
Never said a word. Every Wednesday we have chapel and then I preached.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, Never mind. I love it when they never see. I mean,
Right.
listen, they never see you coming. I would have to say people were a little tense, because they didn't know how to take me. But I was always very warm and friendly. I'm the type of boss where I am firm, but I give a lot of grace because I want people to know that I made a lot of mistakes. And it took a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifices from others to get to where I'm at.
Right.
And I learned a lot, right? And so I try to be just human, but, I'm firm and I'm big on accountability and transparency.
Okay.
I'd rather you tell me before I find out.
That's right. That's right.
Because then we can do something about it. If you don't, then.
Now you have to do something about it.
Exactly.
As opposed to us figuring it out.
Like I tell my daughter, handle your business.
Okay. All right. I want to talk about that preaching. I would look here. I'm like, preaching. Wait a minute. So,
I know.
So,
yep.
Tell us.
I've always had a love for God. And I remember 2 jobs ago, I was working for an organization called Guideposts. And they weren't promoting me, which was okay. So I said, I'm going to promote myself. You know what I did?
What?
I went to school and they had to pay.
I know that's right. What they say, more than one way to skin a cat.
More than one way to skin, more than one way to skin
More than one way to skin a cat. And I got my master's degree in biblical studies in 2015, the same year my daughter graduated high school. And I don't think I'm called to be a pastor, but I started out preaching in the Danbury prison because I have a heart for prisoners.
Okay.
And any chance I get to say anything about God, I will say it because he has been good to me.
Amen.
He has been so good to me. And so I'm grateful that he's enabled me to work for nonprofits where he is revered.
Okay.
It's important to me because I don't take any. Listen, they said if you give God the glory, he'll give you the credit. I give him his due.
Okay.
Because there are things that have happened. Like my last job, during COVID, I applied for a federal grant and I paid $4,000 that I didn't have. And I prayed on it and the Lord said, you're going to get it, you're going to get it. My treasurer said, what did we spend $4,000 on? I said, I applied for this grant to get millions of dollars. And it was like my board was patting me on the head. Oh, that's a good job, but we're not going to get it. 3 months later, I got a letter from the government the other day.
Amen.
I opened and read it and it said you are getting $3.3 million over 5 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy.
I tell people all the time, you gotta spend money. Money has to circulate. You can't hold on to it.
Yes.
You gotta circulate the money.
Circulate it.
I don't care how much you save.
And you gotta be faithful because we own absolutely nothing but have access to everything that God has.
Right.
And see, when people are not good stewards with a little bit, he can't entrust you with more.
Exactly, that part.
You know what I'm saying? And so God, I've never feared about hiring staff if they leave. I never feared about money. He has always been faithful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm his child.
Yeah.
He's my daddy.
Okay.
That's that part. I tell people all the time. I tell people, listen.
In my father's house, there are many mansions.
Yep. Listen.
Yep. All you got to do is do right, and he will provide more and more abundantly.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what I like too, because I really believe that's true.
It is true.
Because in certain areas of my life, especially after Dolo passed, I had to get disciplined.
Yes.
I had to get financially disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get credit worthy.
Right.
Yes. And my goals, I met them.
Yep.
I had goals for my credit. I superseded those.
Okay.
Financially,
yep.
I superseded that.
Amen.
I had to buckle down.
Yep.
And I see the blessings. I see the rewards for being obedient and not squandering.
Right.
And I seen what was happening when we were squandering.
Because it doesn't matter if you have $100 or $1 million. You're going to squander it away.
Right.
So God wants to discipline us. Our hardships are really an opportunity to invite God into our life to show us the right path. Mm-hmm. But we're so hard-headed and so hard-hardened that we don't need God, we're going to do it on our own, and we keep bumping our head up against the wall. He says, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit. He lives on the inside of us.
Yes.
He will tell you to go right. He'll tell you to go left. He'll tell you to stop. But are you listening? Do you spend time with him? He is a light unto your path and a lamp unto your feet. You just got to trust him.
Amen. Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite verses is, blessed is the one that trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. He will be like a tree planted by the water that sends its roots out by the stream. In the day of heat, its leaves remain green, and in the day of drought, it never fails to produce fruit. I have received like double bonuses in times of recession. Who am I to question my God's ability? See, we got to stop talking about how big our problems are, start talking about how big our God is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, because I know that my first year of real estate.
Right.
I lost out on a couple of grants that I was expecting.
Right.
To be honest.
Right.
But when I tell you God superseded that
Yeah.
in real estate, my first year I did almost $3 million
Won't
in
he do
sales and rentals.
Yep.
And never did it, and almost trained myself because I
Wow.
really didn't have the training that I thought I would have. or
Right,
that
right.
that I thought I needed.
Right.
But I know I had who I needed.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I didn't think so.
Right,
But I just kept moving forward.
You stepped out in faith.
And
God
stay
loves
faithful,
that.
diligent, and on a good foot. See, he does that.
And if we never step out on faith, you never know what he can do. See, God tells us to go, and then he'll show us. We're like, God, show us, and then we'll go. Well, that doesn't require faith.
Right.
When you step out and say, Lord, I trust you, then you invite him to do for you what you cannot do for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll do it.
And he'll do it.
I see it.
Yep.
BK, you've seen it. You've seen the supernatural happen.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen many things happen.
Uh-huh.
Like even with us, we're so in sync that, come on.
Yeah.
Even today I said,
But God.
I said something in one of his songs. Usually we'll talk at the same time.
Right.
Say the
We
same
didn't
thing,
this time.
same time.
The song said it. I said it, and then the song said it. I
Amen.
said, come on.
Uh-huh.
Like it's
You
always
said
like
you
this.
said one more time, and the song literally went cut one more time.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I was taking 1 million pictures.
So can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
What you know about cards?
What you know about cards? What we getting ready to play?
Oh, Lord.
I'm a big whiz player.
Oh, man, I don't know how to
Me
play.
neither.
Big. We can
Show
play
us.
pity pat. Wait. This
Stop
one
it.
here.
Don't do it. Do not do it. We're on live.
All right. Let me see if we have any.
We on
jokers.
live.
Well, y'all know how to play spades, right?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So bid whiz, whoever wins the kitty, they call their own trump. And you can go uptown or downtown. I'm telling you, it stimulates the mind.
So
Okay,
how
we
do
have
you
to
do
do
it?
that next time because
Yeah,
that's
next
gonna be
time.
too long.
How many cards is it?
It's the same number. What was it, 13? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we
We'll
so
just
we
do
play it
pity-pat.
like. Count it now. Come on, I need you to believe.
It'll
I
be
need
long.
you to,
It'll
I
be
need you
long.
to walk the walk. Now.
It'll be
Come
long.
on. I need. Okay. Do you know how to play pity pat?
No, I don't know how to play pity
You know
pat.
how to play? What you want to play? Uno,
Oh, you know
Those are
what?
wrong cards.
I am not
or
messing
match?
with you.
They done told
Fish.
us last week. See that? See,
They was talking
heard
about
what she
fish.
said? They said
Yeah,
play
last week
goldfish.
they said goldfish.
She was
I'm
just
not
off the chain last week. What about Crazy 8?
Yeah, I play crazy in hearts and stuff, but I'm a bid whiz player. Trying to learn pinochle.
Oh man, we were supposed to play Pinochle, right? Is that what we?
Or bridge.
I don't.
No, not Pinochle. Wait, what's the little yeah, what was the game I said my sister liked and we were supposed to play? It starts with a P too. With the cards, with you got the and what is it?
Not Pacino.
Pacino. That's it.
That's
I
not
said
a
it
card
started with
game.
a P.
Just
What is it, a board
just
game?
just for clarification.
So what is Pacino?
I don't know. Maybe it is a card game.
Is it
with
Pacino
chips?
with the chips?
With the
Well,
chips.
yeah, well, no, we use quarters where we live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they said bring all your quarters.
Oh,
Come
okay.
on, you scared?
So
of Crazy Eight?
how many quarters you won?
You play
They
crazy.
didn't have it.
Okay.
All right, Crazy 8. I forgot.
Crazy
what is it with
Eights?
the 8s or the 2s? What was it?
Oh, you don't remember how to play?
I forgot.
Crazy
Just tell
Eights.
me how to play again, real quick.
Yeah, the H you change.
Okay.
You change whatever suit.
Okay. Yep.
And if somebody puts a 2, you could throw down an 8.
Okay.
In the Queen of Spade, you eat 5.
Ooh. Okay.
So, but the only way you can stop that, so if she gave you a Queen of Spade, you can throw a deuce of spade on top of it and make me eat 7, or you can throw the 8 of spade on top of it.
Yeah, I don't know how to play this game.
No, let's just play pity pat. 2 matches.
Come
Why
on,
you
let's
think
try
I
it.
stay over here?
Right. You in a safe spot.
smart.
And
So
the
look
deuces
what I done
wild.
started.
And the deuces are wild, right?
Deuces are wild and
Okay.
pity pat, so it's
Okay.
just matching. If you don't need the jack, then it goes to her.
So what am I
Do
matching?
you need no 2?
pairs.
You're gonna get pairs.
So if I have a jack, then I can grab that?
Yeah,
that jack
and then
and put
throw
it down.
and then throw one down.
Say hold jack and drop it.
Like
Then you
that?
just,
And throw a card down.
Discard it.
Okay.
And if you had, so if you
About to tear y'all up real quick.
Uh-oh.
About to tear. All right, so I don't need that. so.
did you just lean over and look at her cards?
No.
What did you lean over for?
No, she threw this down.
Oh.
Be
We have to,
easy.
we
got- we
have to
got
do
the
the instant
card.
All right,
replay.
so
Might need to bring
I
it
don't
back.
need this, so I'm gonna pick a card.
Yep.
Let me watch you.
You smack it like that. When
Okay.
It's super bad. Then you say, 4 out.
You need
Anybody
that,
need that?
Rhonda?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
I don't
Come
pick
on.
up a
Throw a
card.
card
right?
out. Throw a card out.
Oh.
Throw a card.
Okay.
And now you're ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this,
Oh,
and
I
I'm
threw
gonna
out the
be.
wrong
Look,
card.
I need this, and I'm gonna say pity pat, and I beat y'all just like that.
What? Go down,
Oh,
baby.
They talked about me last week, but
Oh,
it's
wow.
on. No goldfish.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
see them
Go
hearts?
down, baby.
Give me some more hearts, y'all.
Yes,
Put them up. Put them up. Put them up.
baby.
Yo, I
Because
think
they
she's
talked
ready
about
for
me.
Big Wiz now.
They talked about me so bad last week. I redeemed myself.
Nothing like redemption.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
that was
tore
good.
me up last week, but that's okay. Y'all see that?
Rocked. But no, this was good. So this is what the podcast is all about.
I love it.
Because people don't get to know the side of people.
Right.
I'm sure that they learned a lot about you.
Right.
The rescue mission.
Right.
And
Line
us
dancing.
and things that we're
And I
doing.
play tennis.
Ooh.
I've been playing tennis since I was 5 years old.
All right,
I play
so we're
once a
gonna
week.
play. We're gonna play this.
Okay.
We're gonna go.
You know how to play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna go out.
Okay.
Don't worry. Yep.
Summertime.
All right,
Come
we're
on,
gonna do
sweets.
it.
Yes.
Get your whites. Come on.
Get
I have a lot
right.
of
Look,
tennis
get
outfits.
right. Get right. We're gonna
But
do
now,
it.
can I play? I don't know. What about pickleball?
I am a tennis purist.
Okay.
I do not
So
like
you don't play
pickleball.
the pickleball
no.
games?
Nope.
So
nope.
is it a disrespect to tennis, you think? Or is it
I
for
think
tennis
so.
amateur? So what is it? What do you think? Pickleball
Well,
is for
pickleball is like half court. It's a short paddle.
Mm-hmm.
I like the long racket. I like to get my run on to kind of lose some weight,
Okay.
exert some energy. Pickleball is just like a flick of the wrist.
Ooh.
No
You got
disrespect,
time to
pickleballers.
practice. We go to LA Fitness. We could practice with racquetball,
Okay.
and then we'll just do tennis. Okay.
Okay. All right.
She can't do everything, guys.
See what
I'll
I'm
help
saying?
her.
My mom will teach you.
She
Have
will.
Michelle take
Yes.
you
She'll
out.
teach you what? Tennis?
Tennis, yeah.
Oh, I love my mom was a tennis coach. My dad was a tennis
Oh, really?
coach.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All
So
right.
we got a whole Venus and Serena and Rhonda over here going on.
Maybe when I was in high school,
Did you play in high school?
I played in high school. I played intramurals in college. Yeah.
Ooh.
What else have you played? So tennis.
Now, that was it. I mean, I ran
line
a little bit
dancing.
of track, but tennis. My favorite sport is tennis. I love tennis.
Really?
I love it to the core. Yes.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. And then line dancing, I picked it up like 3 years ago, or no, now it's 5 years ago. But and I like that too. So those are my two things. We all need to have two things that we do to stay in shape. We got to
Oh, boy.
exercise the body.
What do I?
Because
do?
I'm gonna tell you, the fork
We
could kill you.
swim. We go to the gym. We could play basketball. We could rollerblade.
Oh, okay.
Come
okay.
on now. We ride our bike.
Yeah, you got a couple. You got a couple.
You got a couple. You got a
I was
couple.
getting nervous. I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
What?
Am I doing anything to
Stop
stay in
it. We
shape?
rollerblade.
Yep.
We roller skate.
Yep.
We do it all.
I love
We can
roller
ice
skating.
skate.
You do? So do you know that we have a pop-up roller skating rink?
No.
You didn't
Really?
know that?
No.
Maybe
Yeah,
the
so-
mission.
Now I
to
haven't
do
roller
it.
skated in about 10 years. years, but I love roller, and I like to watch people roller skate when they dance on the roller skates. I love it.
We
So
have.
you will be this summer then.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we have is we mean in Sono Entertainment
Right.
have a pop-up roller skating rink.
Where
So-
is it?
It lives in a box truck. So we have a box truck that it lives in.
Wow.
We have the roller skates. We have probably about 200 pairs of roller skates. We have a floor that's about 4,800 square feet.
I love it. I
You know
love
what?
it.
I just got an idea. I
What?
don't know if I could say it online or offline.
What is it?
We could do a glow dark roller skate ring. What about in this lot out
What?
here?
No, but we have a parking lot. That's even
Okay,
better
but
than
a
this
glow.
one.
Well, a glow in the dark skate party.
Yep.
That would be nice.
For the
Or either
kids.
flashlight skate party.
Yep.
That'll be.
We can
hot.
do that.
I love that. I
And
love
you know
that.
what we do is that, so it lives in a box truck. She knows
I love
about
it. I love it.
But
Who
we
knew?
have the lights. It's called Skate of the Arts.
Okay.
So we have the lights that says Skate of the Arts.
Yep.
We even have the lockers. We got about 54 lockers. So we set it up
Wow.
like a skating rink.
I have to
Alright.
see this. I
I'm
have
gonna
to
show
see
you
this.
when we get offline. I'm
Okay.
gonna show you the setup.
I
and
love
everything.
it. We're going to have some fun this summer,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yes.
We've done it at all the school. Well, we've done it at least 5 middle schools. We've
Love
done it
it.
outside. We have one coming up. I'm not gonna say anything yet because they haven't told their
Not yet.
clients yet.
Firm it up. Firm it up.
Yeah, firm that joint up first
Right,
before
right.
you know. But yeah, we have a pop-up roller skating rink.
I love it.
Do
I
our
love
thing
it.
with.
I love it.
And you know how it came to be is because we went roller skating in Central Park.
Yep, and we had so much fun.
But it's when
But it was
fell.
through a pop-up?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
So
okay.
in Central Park, they used to have a roller skating rink
Right,
out
right.
there.
Oh, they
called
don't
the
do it no more?
Oasis. No, it's gone.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's gone.
We had so much
Called
fun
the
that night.
Oasis. So we went to one of our friends, his birthday party,
Okay.
and I fell. So remember when I fell and my shades flew off, and she was recording me. My shades flew off and I got it, but see what she didn't know is when I reached for my shades, I felt the floor, and I started looking at the floor, and then I realized that the floor was portable. I said, you know what? We are in the middle of Central Park, so they must have put the floor here.
Right, right, right,
So
right.
now I started trying to find the floor. I found the floor. I
Right.
found it way overseas, and it cost a good grip. And I bought it, and BK said, "You're
So
crazy."
this is yours?
This is
Yeah.
mine.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is mine.
I love
So
it.
we rent this joint out. So I actually, when I wanted to do it, I looked for it first,
Right.
and I did find one.
Right.
So and they rented it for $4,500. It didn't come with a DJ, and it came with only 75 pairs of skates.
Right.
And it came with Bluetooth speakers. We have speakers,
Right, right.
you know. So I said, if I'm about to spend that, and Zoe, my daughter, didn't want to do it. I'm
Right.
like, Zoe, this is the coolest birthday party ever had.
Oh, she
Yeah.
didn't want it to be
She
a
didn't
roller
want it.
skating
That's
rink?
why she did ice skating.
Oh wow.
She preferred to go ice. I'm like, Zoe Ray, you will be lit. I'm telling you, just please do it. So she didn't do it. And I said, you know what? If I'm getting ready to spend that money for her for a party, somebody else will too.
Yep.
So I searched for it and I
Wow.
found it and I bought it.
I'm totally impressed.
And I've been-
totally impressed.
I've been
'Cause I was gonna
renting
say,
that
where'd
thing.
you rent that from?
Yeah.
You was like,
From
no, I
me?
bought it.
Yeah, I bought that joint. And so now I rent it. So instead
Right.
of 4,500, you know, it's 5,000. I can
Yeah.
still do 4,500. But now I do it with the lights, with the
Right.
skates, with the not the Bluetooth. I bring a DJ.
Right,
So
right, right.
I'm always gonna up it. You
Right,
know,
right,
and
right.
put my little
And then
twist
the,
on
the
it.
Yep.
instructors.
The instructor. We
Love
have
it.
2 instructors. And then the first one we did, this little girl, she kept falling and she was crying. And I'm like, it's important for the kids to have fun. So this one here, we went to Sports Authority, Dick's,
Yeah.
and got some ice hockey goals. And he put wheels on the bottom of them and made them
Okay.
trainers. You know, the
Yeah,
the
trainers. that they
trainers.
roll
Yep,
around.
yep, yep.
And
Like
then
they
we
do with
bought
the
a
roller
few other
skating
ones.
ring. Yeah.
Nice.
So now,
Yeah.
Nice.
kids could have
Good
that.
thinking.
But
Yeah.
then
Mighty
we
right.
even took it a step further because Miss Nicole Jean from West Rocks, they booked us at West Rocks Middle School. Her kids, and they were skating, running, boom, boom.
Right.
But they were like a little tricycle, 1 wheel in the front and 2 on the back. So
Oh.
it was like training
Okay,
wheel skates.
good.
So I bought a whole bunch of those for all the little kids. So nobody.
I didn't have that
Left
growing
out.
up.
Nobody left out.
Nobody
That's
left
good.
I had to fall down a few
We are-
times.
man,
before-
Right.
before I
My
got
skates
the hang
came
of
a
it.
long way.
Right.
Remember we had the official skates. Remember, we
Yep.
had the metal ones. You
The
put your
metal.
foot in.
Yeah.
And they were called super skates.
Right,
and it
right,
had the
right,
little lock. And as
Yeah.
your foot grew, you could adjust
You
it.
adjust it. Listen.
But listen, they still have that.
They do?
Yeah, but it's the boot skate. So on the back of some of the skates we have, you can turn it and it grows from the inside.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Super
like
skates.
the stuff they
Remember
do
that?
with skates
Wow.
now, right?
Nice.
You
Love
got any
it.
questions? We haven't heard much from you. You good over
I'm just
there?
enjoying the show.
I know. Sometimes you enjoy the show a little too much.
I'm watching. I'm like, wait, am I still
You can
recording?
ad-lib.
over here?
It was such a vibe. It's always a vibe.
Yeah.
And it was nice having you on tonight. We
thank you.
appreciate
We really
you stopping
appreciate
by. You got to
Yes.
come back and see us.
I will. I love what you all are doing.
Thank you.
It's so good to connect. I'm gonna tell you, Darlene had the dopest hairstyles on this side of Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm still at it, too.
And let me
I
tell you
see.
something. The first one, when I was in the 9th grade to ever braid my hair,
Yeah.
before hair was out,
Yep.
she came through one of the basketball games.
Right, right.
We were freshmen.
Yep.
She came through in her little red leather suit and these long twists. I'm like, what the hell did she do with her hair?
Yep.
Then she sat me in her chair.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
It's been
our
on.
relationship started before that because I used to beat her in basketball. Don't say nothing. In
Listen,
middle school.
Right,
I used to
right.
beat her in basketball.
Yep.
But then,
she wanted to beat me, y'all. The flick of the wrist.
Right.
But then she braided my hair. She
Right.
started doing my hair. First time I ever got a weave.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was pregnant, late to my baby shower, messing with her because
Yep.
I'm getting my hair done. But she's taught me a lot with hair care.
Let me tell
Yes.
you, back in the early 90s, everybody had the Halle Berry haircut.
Yes, I did that
And I'm going to
haircut.
tell you, Darlene, I mean, I had gone to a couple of other people, and I was like, Darlene, you got to fix this because it's not the same cut. I mean, she is dangerous on them scissors.
Yeah.
She will make you look like a superstar.
That's
so,
right. I done seen it.
yeah.
I done
Seen her in action.
Yeah. That's the
Thank you.
So I
guys
lived in
for the
Danbury, and here I am running to Norwalk.
Yes.
I need Darlene.
Yeah, when she told me, she was like, she was from the Danbury
Yes.
crew.
Yeah,
We're from the Danbury crew now.
And they
Yep.
were so faithful. They came down all the
All
time.
the time. All of
Danbury
us.
represented.
Yes.
And to this day, they still come occasionally.
Yep.
Still representing.
Yep.
Yes.
That's dope. Shout out to Danbury.
Yes.
Danbury, my hometown.
Shout out to you, Dow, baby.
Yes.
Thank you.
Reaching
Thanks for the
people.
love. Thanks for the
Reaching
love.
people.
Always open for new people too.
Yep.
So if you need your hair done or if you need help
Tight.
hair care services, please come see me. Again,
Yep.
hashtag 203-866-4539. New Image Hair Salon.
And what's your
81.
handle?
Oh,
I'm
at
sorry.
The Real She Cuts.
And what's your address?
81 North Main Street, Norwalk, Connecticut, 06854.
Hit her up. Hit her up.
Hit her up.
And
Hit
I
her up.
travel.
That's right. Okay. We're not even, you know what? I think maybe one week. Can I interview you? We should
Sure.
interview each other.
We could.
Because we don't do that.
We could.
Because I can ask a whole bunch of questions that I'm sure people want to know. You know?
Especially about hair.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hair care is
I would like
important.
that.
Yeah.
I would like
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yep.
So you get a chance. So you know what? Next week when we go live, we're gonna start with oh, wait a minute, I have a word.
What's the word?
Levity.
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 Okay. All right.
Yep.
Y'all hear that?
Yep.
Levity.
All right. Levity is the word this week because last week it was anacrusis, right?
Right.
But
She got
levity.
these
guys-
$1,000 words.
Yeah, that's right. Because we're gonna drop these words. Levity is when you're in a dark room or the energy is dark and you bring humor
Yes.
to it
You
to
raise
lighten it up.
Yep.
You raise the roof, right?
Yes. Yep.
Levity, guys. Okay, that's the word for this week, and we're gonna end with that big old word, that small but big word, levity. You know, because we want to leave the room. We want to leave the levity
Yes.
in the room.
Joy.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Rhonda Neal, thank you so much.
Thank you for
we
having
really
me.
Yes.
appreciate you.
And we'll see you Saturday
She
at
didn't need
Boots
another-
on.
Boots on the ground. Come out and have a great time.
Pop that fan before we leave.
All right. This is how you do it. You got to put your finger in the first opening.
So if you didn't get
Pop that fan.
yes, and if you didn't
Put
get
your
your
boots on the
tickets,
ground.
I still have tickets available at the salon, or you could hit mail up or purchase them online.
At sonotainment.com. .com/tickets. I'll bring you right to the ticket page. They're $20 online. There's no service fees or any of that. So when we say $20,
It's affordable.
It's $20.
But
okay?
is it 25 at the door?
It's $25 at the door.
So
Yes.
get them now.
It's
Yes.
$25 at the door.
They
So
going
y'all
like hot
get your tickets.
hot cakes.
Hot cakes.
And I just want to say we have a couple of line dancers that are going to teach.
Oh, yes.
So I have my friend Steve Dillard.
Yes.
He's out of Peekskill, New York.
Okay.
We have DJ Danny out of Westchester, New York.
Okay.
And then we have Paula, who is from Hamden, Connecticut.
Okay.
Amazing line dance instructors. I dance with them all the time. They invite me to their events. And so come on out.
One more
Learn a few
question.
steps. Yes.
One more question before we end it.
Yes.
Okay, so when you teach them, what
Yeah.
time is the teaching going to start? So they could be there on time, ready to learn before we...
Yep. So the event is from 3 to 9, and probably there's going to be 3 dances, and I'll probably I'll do 1 an hour.
Okay.
Starting probably from, because you know our people have a tendency to come a little bit later.
Right.
So, and I want everybody in the house to learn how to dance. So I'll probably do one at 5, 6, and 7.
Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
And is it, I know that you mentioned a song list. Is it a
Yes.
song list that you want to get, that you're going to give the DJ?
Yes.
Or something?
Yes. I was
Okay.
just waiting for the instructors to give me their song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to highlight so he'll know when to pause and
Oh, okay.
put them on stage.
Oh, okay.
And so do we have VIP tickets?
We do.
Okay, you
We
want to
do
talk
have
about it?
VIP. Yeah, we have VIP tickets. So the VIP tickets, I believe, is $250, and it comes with a bottle, and you get the stage seating. So it's preferred
everything.
seating. Yeah, it's see everything.
Right.
All right. So you're gonna be up on the stage looking at everything, how it's going
Going
down.
on, yep.
You know, and that's for 2 people. So that $250 is for 2 people. You get a bottle of whatever it is that you're drinking. Not no Clase Azul. Now, don't come in here with all that stuff, right? Try to get
Okay.
a bottle of Clase.
Look at you knowing the bottles too.
Huh?
I said, look at you knowing the bottles. All right.
Don't call me
I
out.
thought you were going to say Dom Perignon.
Right.
Some Clase Azul.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, you get a bottle with that $250 for you and a person. So, and if you drink and you spend that at the bar or whatever, just come on and get your own table and get your own bottle and have fun. You
And
know?
be comfortable.
And be comfortable. All right. All right. Any more questions? Because we
That's
keep saying,
it.
and one more thing.
That's it. We'll see you Saturday.
Okay, we'll see you guys Saturday with your boots on the ground with them. This is the 2nd grade fair.
Got to get our fan together.
I can't wait for my
I got to
fair.
practice.
Yeah. It took me about a
That's
month
what
to learn
happened
how
to
to pop it. I mean, I had to go to fan popping classes.
Wow.
Well, she popping now.
Yo, now I'm ready. I
Yeah.
can teach it.
Let's go. I
Okay,
can't
good
wait.
night.
Good night.
All right,
Bye.
guys. Thank you. God bless you. We love you. See you next week. Deuces.